Bande Matram, good morning. The topic we are going to discuss right now is on a sonnet. So, the sonnet that is evolution. So, we are choosing it from Sri Aurobindo's Sesa Kavita Body last poems we have choosing. The evolution. So on evolution we'll have a discussion, short discussion. Sri Aurobindo quotes, before going for the discussion, Sri Aurobindo quotes beautifully that though that which is involved must evolve. We have known evolution has taken place. Through involution, everything has been finished with mind, life, and the body. So matter is the last. After matter, there is no process of evolution. From there, thus evolution starts. So still in the course, though that which is involved must evolve. So from this point of view, from matter, that evolution starts. And still in the course again, evolution is one eternal divine law. Evolution is the one divine, eternal divine law and the hidden process of earth nature. Hidden process of earth nature, which it hidden, it has to be concealed, it has to come out, it has to be brought to the surface. It is a hidden process of earth nature. Then Sri Aurobindo quotes how this evolutionary process will go on. Individual is indeed the key to the evolutionary movement. That movement is on the track. Whether you know or you don't know, whether you believe or you don't believe, whether you think or don't think, whether you choose or not choose, that is not the evolutionary criteria. Criteria is that individual is indeed the key to evolutionary movement. Individual holds the key. So on only what is involved must evolve, not other than what is involved must evolve. Otherwise, there could not be any emergence. Then here in the course, the cycles of evolution tend always upward. Always upward. Evolution is upward, involution is downward. So the always you can find the tree, it is sapling tree grows upward, mountain grows upward, soul goes upward, fire burns upward, water after gaseous state is goes upward. So you can find upward evolution. The cycles of evolution tend always upward, but the cycles they are cycles and they don't ascend in a straight line. Maybe it is an upward path, but the thing is that it is not in the straight line, zigzag, wheeling, many ways you can find. So evolution has a purpose, definitely. Don't imagine that imagination, everything is going on, everything blindly. Evolution has a purpose, but it is a purpose in a circle, not in a straight line. Already we have discussed. Evolution is there, but actually this process is in a circle. So we'll see this poem, evolution, sonnet to evolution, what Sri Aurobindo wants to say in evolution. I passed into a lucent still abode. Very interesting. This is not the human evolution I am speaking of. This is Sri Aurobindo speaks of, and he has used about I. I passed into a lucent still abode, and saw as in a mirror crystalline, very clear, very, it is crystallized. So I passed into a lucent steel abode and saw as in a mirror crystalline, an ancient force ascending serpentine. Already we have seen this is not a straight path, it is maybe zigzag, or you can find some, the progress is through like a serpentine force. So Sri Aurobindo quotes ascending serpentine. We have seen Sri Aurobindo quoting the evolutionary process not in straight line but in circle. So here also Sri Aurobindo quotes serpentine. The unhasting spirals of the Aeonic road, very interesting. So it is going in the serpentine, that track it is going on. The unhasting, you can find unhasting, not hasting. So unhasting spirals, it is the movement is spirals in circles, spirals in already we have seen the term serpentine. of the Ionic road. That road, Ionic, it has been Yuga Yugantar, you can see from the Yugas, it has covered the Yugas. And through this Ionic road, this evolution is processing. And the window goes forward a little bit ahead. So this is what in the initial sentence we could be able to find. I passed into a lucent steel abode. There was a lucent everything on the higher side. Light, you can find truth, you can find the immortality, you can find freedom, you can find ananda. But here the totally contrary, totally opposite characters you can find here. So here in involution, through the process of involution, all goods have been turned to beds. Truth into falsehood, light into darkness, surrender into selfishness, immortality into mortality. So you can superconscious into inconscient. But in the process of evolution, you want to catch hold of the original thing. Means falsehood is moving towards the original truth, and the darkness towards the original light, inconscient towards the superconscient, mortality into immortality. So I can, when in the process of evolution, here in the course, I passed into a lucent steel abode and saw as in a mirror crystalline an ancient force ascending serpentine. The path is serpentine, it is not straight, it is in spirals, it is in circles. The unhasting, not hasting, it is going on, unhasting spirals of the Ionic road. The road, it has been continuing still the Yugas. No, you can imagine, you can't be confined only to that four described, pre-described and the post-described period like Satya, Treta, Dwapar and Kali. So then again here in the code, it is covering the edges. युग युग का ये हम हमें रास्ता दिखाई देता है, हमें इसके अंदर चलते रहते हैं. Earth was a cradle, very interesting, you can see secondly. So earth was a cradle for the arriving God. It is a cradle like if people, then kids are playing, so something like there. So it is, this is a cradle not for the ordinary human child kids, but it is a cradle for the arriving God. And the men, but a half dark, half luminous sign. Gods about, this is a cradle for the God. And what about the man? Normally we see this is a man, only a half dark and a half luminous side. This is what my man, his future in fortune. And of the transition of the veiled divine, this man, it indicates a half veiled divine, half dark, half luminous sign. It is, of course, a transition of the veiled divine. It is now in the evolving state. It wants to gain its original light, original luminosity, and it has to get the divinity which is veiled right now. Half luminous sign, half dark transition in the form of the veiled divine. Then Sri Aurobindo goes forward and explains beautifully, nicely, from matter, sleep, and tormented Lord. So this evolution will start. Transition of the veiled divine from what? Veiled divine, half dark, half luminous, and it has to sleep. It has to emerge from the matter sleep. Here the matter was last. Their evolution ended, and this from this matter still sleep, this evolution has emerged, has been putting forward, putting upward. And the tormented Lord, the Lord that is actually, a tormented Lord. So you can find, you have to go. And of ignorant life, tormented Lord of what? Of ignorant life, and the death to the spirit's life. This is the tormented life. Matter, it is now itself in the half consciousness, half luminosity, half darkness, transition of the veiled divine. It has to move up in the process of evolution. Involution, it has ended in the matter. Now itself in matter sleep. It has to emerge from the matter sleep, and it has to rise upward. And with the tormented law of ignorant life, matter, sleep, ignorant life, torment load of ignorant life, and the death to the, it has to rise above and reach where? In the spirit's life. Then Sri Aurobindo goes forward, mind liberated. Now itself mind is not liberated, it is encased, imprisoned. Mind liberated swam lights occult vast, ocean vast. Light's ocean vast. This is can find where is light? We can see light here because we are confined. Our thoughts are confined. But there itself, after because mind, mind is the that is not the main, but actually it is the Gauna Rupa. It is the confined shape we can see. Mind once liberated, once it is exceeding its confines, its limiting limits, then it has to swim life's ocean fast. Where it has to swim? Where? And that is the light's ocean fast. And life, mind liberated, life escaped. Escape means it is now in track, it is confined, it has to escape from its prey, tortured lines. Prey, tortured lines, life is mind liberated, confined, it has to get, mind is confined, it has to liberate, it has to be liberated, and liberated and swim in the light's ocean vast. And what about the life? Life escaped from its prey, torment and tortured line. Tortured line, it has to escape. So this is the scenario Sri Aurobindo quotes. I saw matter illumining with the parent night. Illumining, it's a parent night. Parent night, I saw matter. This matter illumining, it's a parent night. That night has to be illumined by what? That matter is illumining, because there is, so you can find the presence of the spirit. You can find spirit shall look out through matter's gaze, and matter shall reveal the spirit's face. So you can find zero. What about the zero? Zero carries the infinity in its womb. That is what. And what about the relation about matter and spirit? Matter holds the spirit in its womb. It is concealed. But once the Sri, what about the purpose of Sri Aurobindo's yoga? It is something different. I saw matter illumining in the parent night. Illumining, it's a parent light, night we have seen. Then comes your purpose. The spirit shall look out through matter's gaze, and matter shall reveal the spirit's face. Matter now will illumine. You can find the glaze, you can find the illumination. The soul could feel into the infinity cast. So soul now itself concealed, hidden, we can find now itself, it shall be finite to infinity cast, leaving behind all these limitations. Now itself veiled inhabitant, it has to be unveiled. Now hidden, it has to come to the fore. Now concealed, it has to reveal. It has to come out, and it has to stand. So this is the true scenario. This is the true scenario. Matter illumining, it's a parent night. Parent night and the matter, now itself it is illumining. You can find at the head root of things, you can find body is made illumined by the spirit's ray, indwelling God. The spirit, it has to be, it matter illumining, it's a parent night. Then what about the soul? Soul could feel into the infinity cast. Could feel, not concealed, hidden. It has to come out and feel into the infinity cast. Timeless God bliss, not the ordinary joy of whatever is seen. Timeless God bliss, the heart incarnate. So you can find a timeless God bliss. That is what the requirement you see. That is the process of evolution, and Sri Aurobindo, of course, decides family, nationality, humanity are Vishnu's triple strides. That you can know, triple stride, tripad. Family, nationality, and humanity, Vishnu's triple stride from the isolated to collected unity. That is what you have to know. Isolated from the limitation towards the, it has to come forward and towards the fore. By constant approximation and by partial realization. Constant approximation, that is first one. Second one is partial realization, and temporary success, nature advances. Not the illumined process, it is a step-by-step process. The great past ought to be followed by great future. That is what Sri Aurobindo quotes. Then in the process of evolving time, all shall be drawn into a single plan about the evolution. Then a divine harmony shall be art's law. Then we can find all nature is at a single plan. And Sri Aurobindo quotes, that is very interesting. Here in the course, it is by exceeding the lower self of nature accomplishes the great strides of our evolutionary process. You can see that is what you can find here. The matter, everything has been contrary state, light and darkness, You know, Ananda, Nirananda, you can find the truth into falsehood. Everything the evolution, matter is the end. From matter it has emerged out for evolution to reach its original things. So matter, it has to be illumined. The night has to be transformed. Soul has to be changed, transformed. That is the purpose of evolution. And it is a great sonnet by Sri Aurobindo, undoubtedly. Dhanyavad. Thank you.